Recap Live at Club Nokia is brought to you by the Nokia Astound.
Hey everyone, we're here at Club Nokia for E3 2011. I'm Tina Sanchez, and I'm here with my coworkers Ryan Winterhalter, Bob Mackey, and Jose Otero. And we're going to talk about some of the conferences we saw this week. I wanted to start off with Microsoft. Ryan, they're really pushing Kinect this year. What did you think about that?
Yeah, what they did is they had the first half of the Kinect section of their conference that was all about hardcore games that had Kinect bolted into them somehow. There was the Ghost Recon demo with a guy moving his hand like this, and then the latter half was games designed natively for Kinect. And the first half with the Mass Effect and the Ghost Recon things really kind of fell flat.
You didn't like it very much? No.
Nobody on screen looked like they were, having fun. I couldn't see myself doing this. The latter games, Disneyland Adventures and Sesame Street Once Upon a Monster, while not games for myself personally, I can definitely see how there are casual gamers and families that could totally play that.
What about you, Bob?
I hate to be a hater, but I'm never going to own a Kinect. I don't have the room for a Kinect. I don't have the money for a Kinect. So a lot of Microsoft's Kinect-focused showings.
Pretty pointless for you.
Yeah, it kind of turned me off a little bit. I did like Tomb Raider, but that was really the only memorable thing for me. And I mean, if I had the room for a Kinect, I would probably be more enthused, but nothing really spoke to me except for Tomb Raider.
How about you, Jose?
I think the thing that got me most excited was Halo 4. And the announcement that it's coming.
That was at the very end, though.
It was. For the majority of the conference, I was okay with a lot of the announcements. I mean, I keep hoping that Microsoft would commit to more first party, and it felt like that commitment was more towards Kinect. And that doesn't bother me. I own one. I'm excited for games like Dance Central 2. If I had a kid, I'd probably want to get him Once Upon a Monster. But a majority of the stuff that they have is still third-party partnerships that I can get on other systems. I'll still play them on my Xbox because I prefer to play them there. But
you guys think that Halo 4 is going to be on Kinect?
I really hope not.
I don't know how that would go down. I mean, is Gears of War going to be on Kinect? That's another great question.
That was a rumor, but that didn't turn up this year.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's move on to Sony. So what stood out for you?
Sony, I like that they showed a lot of games that you're only going to get on that platform. It kind of bothered me how much they're pushing 3D, but hey, Sony wants to sell a lot of televisions. And the announcement of that monitor that's for like college dorm rooms that's $500 seems interesting, even though the price point seems a little outrageous. But the tech behind that and having that screen that two different people can see two different views was a very interesting thing to showcase. Also Vita, I mean, man, that was cool.
Yeah. I thought Sony had more types of games than Microsoft, which is what really got me interested in. And I saw some things that I liked, like new Uncharted, new Sly Cooper. There was a few things missing that I wanted to see. There was no Metal Gear announcement or any kind of Metal Gear footage. And The Last Guardian, I don't know where the hell that is, but we need to see it soon because I'm kind of worried.
That was actually something I was really looking forward to seeing, but I'm really disappointed. Yeah, it just was nowhere to be seen. Yeah. What about you, Ryan?
I think Sony they won their press conference and possibly E3 with that $250 price point on the Vita.
Yeah.
Maybe not with the name though, but because it's going to be PS Vita side by side with the Nintendo 3DS at the exact same price point. And as cool as the 3D effect on the Nintendo 3DS is, when you look at how those games appear on that really nice screen, side by side with the 3DS, there's no contest. Consumers, I think, will choose Vita over the 3DS.
Yeah.
So Nintendo with the Wii U. Why are you smiling?
I was the most impressed by Nintendo's conference. It could be because I was raised by Nintendo throughout my childhood, but
it's hard to take that away.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But like all my old friends were there on stage, and the orchestra pit was playing all the Zelda music.
You were sitting next to an old friend.
And I was sitting next to Mario, and I mean, I couldn't ask for a better conference. Yeah, I'm really excited about the Wii U and what they're going to do with it. And as I said on an earlier video, I was really into Nintendo's connectivity. But now they're actually making it a little more possible for, the non-nerd, I guess, to get into that sort of gameplay. So.
The non-nerd? I feel like the Wii did that already, though, with the casual audience.
Well, I mean, the whole one screen in front of you, one screen like in your hand, that sort of thing.
DS in your living room
the whole,
that it's become, right?
Yeah, the whole GBA GameCube thing was a little too hardcore for most people to wrap their minds around. So I'm excited to see how they'll be able to do that for a wider audience.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too, but I think they kind of hinted at you can't really move far away from the television or the system with the Wii U controller.
They're being very cagey about any specific tech. At one point, I kept wondering, is that display streaming information from the console, or is that thing rendering it itself? I mean, that was clarified, but a majority of the tech behind Wii U has just been kept really quiet.
How about you, Ryan?
I'll believe it when I see it. You know, I've been through the press conference with the amazing sizzle reel with Nintendo before. I mean, they had that with the Wii in '05 or maybe it was '06, but when it was, and it looked amazing, and it, you know, you saw that sizzle reel and you thought of all the possibilities that could be used, and you got really excited. And then when the Wii arrived, you know.
So wait, what do you want to believe? Hang on, because I mean, the controller does work. Is it the third-party partnerships that you're skeptical of?
Third-party partnerships, whether Nintendo's going to tighten up their control on their licensing, because they kind of loosened that up with the Wii, and the amount of shovelware that ended up on the system was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I'm okay if the shovelware is there as long as the other third-party games are there.
Yeah.
Like they showed what Assassin's Creed and the new
Battlefield
Metro.
3.
Things that really surprised me.
Show me a real game running on it, and I will buy it.
Well,
but until I see that, I'm skeptical.
Yeah, even Ken Levine being as part of that sizzle reel with talking with developers, it's like, oh man, does this mean BioShock Infinite is going to have some sort of Wii U version? And if so, what are you going to do with it? Like, or some sort of like original game from Irrational.
And I thought it was really strange how they showed the kind of Wii level graphics for the Wii U first, and then they showed the awesome like third-party games running on the system. It was really strange how they did that.
Well, I guess
all
they
those
weren't
games weren't
necessarily-
running on the system. I mean, that was all just PC and 360 footage that they said, here's what the games
But there
will
was
look like.
no, you know, subtitles saying, you know, like, take note, this isn't on our system.
Yeah,
So
it's like that seemed
I
like a
can see how that
promise
was
to
mistaken.
me.
Yeah.
Oh, we have every reason to believe they're going to insert the right kind of tech to at least be HD capable. I mean, I think it can happen. I want to see if it's going to be on Wii U. Why do I need to get it on Wii U versus getting it on my
Other
360
consoles?
or getting it on other consoles?
All right, so let's decide who won E3 this year, guys. Ryan?
You know, I think in the public's minds, I think Nintendo won it because the Wii U sizzle reel and their presentation was so convincing and looked really cool. I'm still a bit skeptical myself, but which means that
At least you're hopeful.
for me, I have to say that for me personally, a $250 PS Vita wins it hands down. That price point and all the games Sony showed in their presentation means Sony wins it for me.
I feel like the audience was more vocal in the PlayStation, you know, conference when there was the AT&T announcement. Everyone was like, "Boo!"
That was awkward moment.
Yeah.
Everyone laughing.
But at least it started really well. You know, he
shrugged it off very well.
Yeah. But anyways, who won for you, Bob?
I really like Sony, and I thought Sony was going to be my favorite, but after Nintendo, I can't say anything but Nintendo. I'm really excited about what the Wii U is going to do, and I hope they take advantage of that technology in interesting and smart ways. It looks like they're on the right path.
All right, Jose?
This was really hard because 2 days ago, all I kept saying to people was Sony won, Sony won, Sony won. I like what I saw and that Sony won. And I don't know, I feel like looking back on it, Nintendo won. And it's simply because what Wii U is promising seems that amazing and that unbelievable to me. And I really want to experience this thing. I mean, I got to try it out. And if everything falls into place, we can see some really unique games on a platform that hopefully that no one else is going to really have, right? Microsoft is not going to have the tech that Nintendo's put into this thing. Sony doesn't have it. They've committed to they just caught up to Waggle.
Yeah.
They just caught up to like this motion control gaming. So if this thing really takes off, it'll be interesting to see what happens in the future.
All right, well, there you have it, guys. Nintendo wins.